Onirism is peak. It's what happens when developers make a game out of passion rather than profit margins. It's when stockholders don't have a total say over everything that happens in the game. It's where developers are allowed to take risks, and it fails sometimes, but when it does succeed, it's memorable and breathtaking. I am 50 hours into Onirism. I've loved it, except for the parts where I didn't. And honestly, I could say it's among my top games this year. I am baffled it doesn't have more attention on it. This is what people have been clamoring for. A large, unique shooter with no DLC, plenty of options, lots of replayability, exploration. I mean, this is the full package. I'm surprised there aren't more people talking about it. So, I guess I might as well. Let's talk about Onirism, why it's so good, why I love it, and the parts I don't love about it, because it has issues. I'd be the first to admit that. It's got some glaring flaws beneath the masterful strokes.
You guys go ahead. I'll keep our guests entertained.
Have fun! You know where to find us.
All right, kids. Your little tantrum ends here.
So, the story. Onirism's story is simple. You're a girl named Carol. She wakes up one night to find her bunny plush stolen by a nefarious person known as Umbra, who's taken it on behalf of the corporation. She travels into her dreams to retrieve it, acquiring a bunch of strange firearms along the way, battling foes from frog-like orcs, to headcrab zombies, to regular zombies, to succubi, to corporation soldiers, to all sorts of stuff. It's a real trip of a game, and it pays tribute to a ton of old titles. You can tell the developers wanted to shout out as many things as they possibly could, and the structure of the game really reflects that. You can basically encounter references from the get-go. When you're fighting the headcrab zombie-like spider enemies in the soda factory, or when a Payday 2-like alert theme plays when you're fighting against the corporation.
Troublemaker in sight.
Are there any bullets around?
Everything from the costumes you can wear to the guns you can pick up to little bits of dialogue are nods to past games. Though it still has its own identity, and it's still fun to play. It puts spins on stuff you might have experienced before. So like, you could be going through the glacier level. You can come across a dam that you need to turn the power off for to get access to a later area. And it'll start out with a codec call, and then it'll become like the TimeSplitters 2 dam section, but you'll be using the PP7 from GoldenEye, complete with the firing sounds, along with what is basically a Nerf gun AK, and then you get to turn down the steam below the dam, like, again, in TimeSplitters 2. Stuff like that is happening all the time. It puts its own spin on stuff you might have experienced, so you get to answer some good questions. Like, what if Nightfire got a remaster? What if TimeSplitters had jumping? What if the Wolfenstein reboot wasn't awful? So on and so forth. This game pays tribute to a ton while doing its own thing, and I'm grateful for that. It creates its own identity, and you explore a lot of lush, rich worlds, all with their own unique personalities and characters, some returning as the story develops. The plot's a little paper thin in the first few chapters, but around chapter 4 it really picks up, and I actually found myself getting attached to the characters and getting interested in their stories, which I really didn't expect. I like how sweet and motherly Julie is toward Carol, and how Carol is sort of a little shit at times, but she's just a kid. She just wants her bunny back. Is that so hard?
Hello?
You're not very polite, little girl. What do you need?
I would like to get through that gate.
It's 3,500 pearls for humans.
Wow, what a ripoff. I have a better idea. Open the gate and hand over the cash. That felt good.
Apparently it is, because the guys running the corporation really need it for some reason. You're fighting against the quartet of the corporation. Uller, Tut, Aeon, and Umbra. Now, fighting against 4 superhuman foes who control a vast network of enemies, and the color purple is around a decent amount. If you're bringing up Suicide Squad flashbacks, it's probably a good thing. One of the questions this game asks is, what if the Suicide Squad game didn't suck? What if a movement-based shooter had good mechanics, good boss battles, a great soundtrack, and dialogue that didn't make you cringe? I mean, I look at this and I think, Rocksteady, you had more time, more money, and more people than these developers, and you turned out a worse product. I don't even know how you did that. But let's talk about some aspects of that. When you start out the game, it's a platformer with elements of third-person shooter, and as you get further into it, you get more abilities and more options for augmenting those. So your movement's pretty simple at first. Jumping, dashing, and that's about it. You later on get double jumping, air dashing, gliding. You do have some basic guns, like a hairdryer that shoots lasers. Enemies also drop weapons, and you can buy guns at a shop or find them around levels, using pearls, which are the big collectible items. But as you get further in, you can also buy gadgets. You have 2 slots for them, and they do different things. Some are simple, like a boomerang you throw that deals damage going and coming from you, or a perfume bottle that explodes into flames, or an AT-4 rocket launcher. Which it's just the rocket launcher. It's not like a plush rocket launcher or a water gun rocket launcher. It's just the gun. Along with even crazier options as you get deeper into it. And you top that off with an elixir you can carry around. It regenerates over time and you can do certain abilities. The best one's always the regeneration one, with the runner-up being the damage one. The others are just kind of gimmicks. If you want to go for them, you can, but I wasn't able to get too much use out of the faster speed one, or the accuracy one, or the damage reduced one. Although I'm sure if you revisit a level, the stamina one would do a lot of good. The guns are crazy because it's, again, there's a lot of shooting in this. I thought this was going to be like a platformer, like a Hat in Time, which it is, but it's also very much a shooter, third person or first person. I'd highly recommend putting first person on. This game plays at its best when you have FPS mode enabled. It's like a fast-paced, TimeSplitters-esque mix of a movement shooter and a boomer shooter. You can carry up to 9 guns with you. They are varyingly cartoony depending on the ammo type it takes, where there are foam guns, which are basically Nerf guns, water guns. There are firework launchers, which can be as silly as a blunderbuss to an actual M202 flash rocket launcher, and energy weapons, which can take on a variety of forms, from a BB gun-based shotgun to the Super Dragon of Perfect Dark, to the Halo assault rifle, to a staff that shoots homing projectiles. There are a ton of guns in this. A metric ton. It's insane. And they have unique first-person animations, along with third-person ones. They are reused after a while, but they look pretty good, honestly. They fit well with the different slots they're given. So, like, the sawed-off double-barreled shotgun is like a Nerf gun. It has, like, the orange cap at the end. And there's a dual-wielded variant if you want to sacrifice accuracy for 2 extra shots. The guns can take the form of sniper rifles, assault rifles, shotguns, dual-wielded weapons, staves, hammers. It's crazy just how varied it is. And ammo consumption varies along with damage and accuracy and so on. You can choose to gimp yourself for the sillier guns, but usually they work well, especially going for headshots and stuff of that sort. You'll be navigating around levels, shooting enemies, collecting stuff, and trying to complete objectives. This can be pretty straightforward sometimes, other times it cannot. There are levels that play really well, and ones that don't. I think part of it's on me. I walked past the solution to the Flying Citadel's final level at least a half dozen times, taking about 30 minutes, finding a bunch of secrets instead of the way forward, until I realized that this maze entrance was right in front of me the entire time. I think that's on me, partially. There are other parts where it is just questionable design. The prison break section in Chapter 4 was frustrating, but I hear they nerfed it in one of the latest patches. There's a very, very tedious back and forth in the Marshmallow levels, where you're having to run all the way across the map to complete certain objectives, but maybe the stamina power-up and the vehicles can mitigate that. There are also some unique enemies that break up the usual monotony of the shooting type, the melee type, so on. They can get pretty crazy in fun ways. And I like the way they're implemented. It really feels like it's just reaching out to my inner kid and giving him all the silly stuff he wants. So yeah, sure, let's put in a biplane battle with dragons. Or let's have a Wild West level complete with a quick draw sort of boss fight. They're fun. Some levels can feel like filler in the grand terms of the story, but the gameplay they deliver more than makes up for it. Though, some clearer instructions could be needed for areas, especially because it's very easy to get out of bounds if you don't know what you're doing. And half the time you're out of bounds, it can feel like you're looking for a secret and you're on the right path, up until you come across a glitchy part of the level and you realize you weren't meant to go there. I actually never solved the Fork Guard or the Moonbase Laser Gate puzzles correctly. I just out of bounds my way through them, or used the shop to fast travel ahead of them, which I didn't even know I could do, but that's one of the ways around it. I am curious as to what the solution is, though, because I couldn't find one online. After a while, you probably will be hopping on the Steam discussions and looking into solutions. Some of these puzzles can be very frustrating. This is not a game that holds your hand too much. There is a map, and it is handy. It does mark important locations like save points and shops and everything, but it treats you like the games of the 2000s did, where it expects you to figure most things out on your own. That means trial and error, that means taking a lot of time, that means probably spending more time on levels than you intended to. Am I pissed that I took so long to beat Marshmallow? Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? That guy know? Do I know? I'm not sure. But the thing is, this is just fun. And I love all the stuff that devs crammed into it.
I should have known better. This is Rotten Lake City, and nothing ever goes smoothly. Seems the rival families had chosen this night for a fight. Forks on one side, sharks on the other, and me stuck in the middle. Oh well, when it's time, it's time.
I like the fact that within the existing aspects of the levels, within the unique features of each level, they include more features. So there are zombie enemies in the last part of the 7th chapter, and if you get hit by their spit attack on a very certain part of the map, you turn into a Left 4 Dead 2 special infected, complete with being able to leap and shoot acid spit at people, and you can fight the zombies that way. Did they need to add that? No, they didn't. They just had regular spit attack. But the devs included that because they cared. They wanted to do something more with what they were given. Whenever you think you're going to get bored of Onirism, it throws out another wrench at you to make things different, to spice things up. Getting too comfy with your guns? Well, here's a section where we take away all your equipment. Are you feeling like you want some more vehicular combat? Well, here you go. Here is a level that is basically Battlefront 2's Hoth, except with some differences and a time limit. Well, do you want some stealth? Well, stealth sections aren't the best, but there are 1 or 2 stealth sections. The good thing is the damn one is optional. You can go as loud as you want. It's just you're fighting more enemies in the process. The Al-Hibdi one isn't the best, but it makes up for it with the regular combat outside of that.
Whoa, this promises to be fun! See this one? Coming for ya! That stings a little. already knocked out! Ow!
Now the soundtrack. It's good. It's really good. It really gets into your head, and it complements the fact that these themes blend into each other when you're exploring the different game worlds, and they set the tone accordingly. I love how ominous and how thought-provoking the glacier one is, based on how isolated the snow environment is. I like how the Viking camp one has like this guttural singing to it. Or how Chroma Falls is more whimsical because it's an early section of the game. How Corpopolis is a little bittersweet because it's the final level, but at the same time, it's got this techno beat to it that drives you forward and makes you want to keep going. It is great. And it effortlessly styles on the AAA gaming industry. That title was not an exaggeration. I have no idea what game developers are doing these days. I don't know why they hate their fans so much. I don't know why they're delivering the bare minimum outside of maybe stockholder demands or something. But Onirism flies in the face of all that. It does stuff because it wants to. It adds stuff it doesn't need to, but it wanted to do it, so it did that. Like the Tales, the bonus levels. There are bonus levels you can find and unlock and play, and they aren't the most stable, but they're fun. And there are entire extra modes they included. They have Nazi zombies with the serial numbers filed off, with the Tales minigame. Play with up to 3 other players cooperatively or solo, fighting off hordes of the undead in what is basically Call of Duty Zombies, the classic version, with perks and power-ups and guns you buy off the wall, barricades to clear. It's cool. I definitely didn't expect that, but I mean, it's entertaining and it puts its own spin on it. There's also the Hunt mode, which is sort of like a Monday Night Combat themed wave survival one, where you're trying to get the highest score possible within a certain amount of waves. And you spend points between rounds upgrading stuff, getting more options, and you decide when the next round begins. Then to top it off, there's multiplayer. Not just co-op, in terms of like, you can play the campaign co-op, but you can also play like multiplayer death matches and capture the flag, or as it's called here, nap matches, with bots or split screen. Online support isn't there, but apparently it's coming. And the bots or your appearances depend on what costumes you've purchased so far within the game. So you can run around as like a Samus clone, or you can run around in like a hipster outfit, have bots go in that way. You can determine the weapon set, the bot difficulty, what the score limit is. It's very flexible. It's like the TimeSplitters multiplayer options. Well, it does feel like a love letter to those shooters, and I suppose multiplayer is an aspect of it. The bots are a good challenge, the maps are fun. I like just how much it gives you, and without really compromising on quality. Onirism just blows me away. I am so glad I found this. This is fantastic. This is Game of the Year right here. This is what AAA developers should be looking at and taking notes. I don't care about stupid details that take up memory, waste development time. I don't care about volumetric clouds or stupid gun inspect animations where a guy does a kickflip on the gun. I want to play silly stuff that is entertaining, that is meaningful, that actually makes me feel like I'm playing something made with love instead of just a prog to be pushed out and then ignored after the microtransaction money stops coming in. I want to go on crazy adventures fighting a kraken alongside a bunch of Fork crewmates. I want to obtain a tactical M4, and which is also a BB gun, and use it against the underleveled enemies early on. I don't know what it says about the state of AAA gaming when one of the most hype moments I've had so far is being able to play as a blueberry gumdrop prince. And that was fun. I actually really enjoyed that segment of the game. Again, it's weird. I didn't expect these characters to have much of an impact, especially when some were only introduced in Chapter 4, but everything with Prince Blueberry and his family turned out to be surprisingly compelling. It helps that the voice actors do a good job. They take it seriously. There isn't this wink and nod style humor where they're like, oh, isn't that so crazy? I'm fighting robots with a bow and arrow. No, they take this relatively seriously. There are jokes and funny moments, but the plot's played pretty straight, at least as straight as you can given the stakes of it. You can forget that this is about a girl's plush bunny being taken.
My dear child, your mother was a foolish woman. No ambition, no vision. And apparently, you're her worthy heir. Eon took her place, thanks to that family naivety of hers. And you know what? That same naivety makes your efforts against the nightmare totally worthless.
And hey, Gianni's in it too. Which I suppose is inevitable. It is an indie shooter at the end of the day. I mean, he's got to get his foot in there too. And he does do a good job in his role, so I can't complain. So I've gone over so much about what I love about this game. You know what I hate about it? It's not done. Well, it was done, but issues came up. You can get as far as the final chapter, and then you reach a certain point where it's revealed the developers in a crunch-fueled frenzy deleted the ending sections of the game. So I'm stuck. I can't make it further into this, even though I want to. I want to know what's going on with Prince Blueberry and his family. I want to know if Carol gets her plush back. I want to know what Umbra's deal is or what the corporation's trying to do with it. With the plush bunny. Like I said, I shouldn't be getting attached to these characters, but I am because they're written with love. They're meaningful, likable characters. They're not whatever the hell Wolfenstein was doing. Is it too much to ask for a game that actually respects the people playing it? I don't know, apparently. But Onirism breaks that trend. It gives us something special. I really, really like it. And it's a game made with a lot of love, a lot of care. And sure, it's not perfect. There are issues with it. You can easily poke and prod around it to find ways out of bounds, to cause the camera to have issues. I was playing a version of it where Rags didn't speak when you were at her shop, which felt kind of weird, but then they finally fixed it. But what matters is that they are fixing it. They've been doing patches recently to update it and to fix things that should be present or should be working properly. I know that the zombie transformations had problems initially when you were turned back, but that's been fixed. And hey, there's a moon level. There's a Nightfire space station level. There's more action here than I had expected. It feels like I'm playing Future Warfare at times. Man, we were robbed of a good Call of Duty there.
Hey, you! Give me back the book you stole from me! Huh?
So Onirism, Game of the Year every year. I love this thing, love this game so much. Shout out to Crimson Tales, Shoreline Games for putting this together, for continuing to work on it. I am stunned. I'm willing to crank down my settings, turn off ambient occlusion to make it work because it was worth it. This is the game I'm going to remember. It's a game I love, and I would highly recommend it, as long as your PC can run it. That's my caveat. Make sure you can run it beforehand. I'd imagine the Steam Deck would be fine, but it's pretty system intensive. I mean, I don't have a fantastically strong PC, but I can run those things decently. But I'd still recommend it. 55 gigabyte install size. I guess it's not that big at the end of the day compared to other games, but it is still going to take up a modest amount of hard drive space. It's worth it, though. I keep saying that, but I can't get over how good of a deal this is. I can't get over how much love was put into this. I can tell this has been worked on for 7 years, roughly. It shows. And I wish the devs the best of luck in fixing up what happened to the ending sections, along with finishing up stuff like online play. I mean, I'm not fiending for online mode. I'm kind of burnt out on player versus player stuff, though co-op could be a lot of fun. And thank you all for watching. Hope you guys give Onirism a shot. I don't think you'll regret it.
You will pay for their actions.
Oi, big guy. You stupid-looking giant spaghetti! Only Mom can yell at me! And it's not because you are 30 feet tall that I can't kick your butt!
Take care.